Kyle Fletcher's, he's so good, Don, that he doesn't have to take the low road. I think that's your influence on him.
Low road meaning the success road. I mean, so now he's too good, and that's the problem. I mean, you keep coming up with these narratives, Excalibur.
What a slap by Kyle Fletcher.
Strikes being exchanged in the opening moments of this match.
I mean, Mark Briscoe gives it his all every time out, but talk about a zero-sum game. Mark Briscoe will either walk away with this match as the new TNT Champion or as the newest member of the Don Callis family. I think he's going to get more than 100% if that's even possible.
Well, Kyle Fletcher's on TNT recently, and it's going to give him the chance to show what kind of man he is. That is Mark Briscoe if he becomes a member of the Don Callis.
What kind of man he is? He's going to show he's a Don Callis family man. That's what he's going to show.
High boot into the face sends Briscoe sprawling to the floor. We saw that exchange of reversals. Briscoe was looking for the double underhook, the J driller. Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, that's the other spot. Sure, that was very nice. Why it's so yeah. Oh, that was very nice. Why it's so good?
Very well. Perhaps the most potent weapon in Mark Briscoe's arsenal. Briscoe.
Oh my.
Kyle Fletcher.
I'm not sure there's anybody in AEW more adept with a chair than Mark Briscoe.
Very good at cheating, is what you're saying.
Well, he's oftentimes put in these no disqualification matches, and that's where he really rises to the occasion.
Remember, it's no disqualification. There's no countouts on the field of Stephon Smith. Out there checking on Kyle Fletcher, who's just sent hard into the ring steps.
Yeah, with that right shoulder, and now trying to crawl away from Briscoe is relentless. Well, speaking of tears, Brian, can we get a share of them here?
Briscoe. You notice, Brian, that Briscoe is the one who has started this thing with the chairs here. Kyle has been trying to have a wrestling match.
Well, you do remember why Mark Briscoe wanted this to be a no disqualification match, don't you, Don?
Because he's a whiner.
No, because in their last match, Kyle Fletcher kicked him in the balls.
Well, there you go, Don.
Briscoe using his tooth and digging into the flesh.
Jesus, come on. That's disgusting. And that's assault, by the way.
No, but it's legal because he's no disqualification. Don,
take it out on him.
Oh, Fletcher
breaking the hat. Buster on the steel chair.
Needs to do now is roll Mark Briscoe in the ring. If he can do it.
I think another look at this, the violent impact
Fletcher's arm, the way it landed on that chair.
Kyle's all right. He's superhuman.
Oh! Briscoe, side of his head, bounced off the steps.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've talked about Kyle Fletcher being the future of pro wrestling, but I kind of think Kyle Fletcher is the now of pro wrestling. I mean, you put him in any situation and he thrives. It's just too bad he has such despicable management.
Fletcher now maybe thinking brainbuster or DDT on the steps. Mark Briscoe has no intention of fighting. Briscoe sweeps out the legs. And Fletcher, thudding chop.
That was close to being right to the throat. It was.
Mark Briscoe's crazy.
I know he's throwing chairs everywhere. Oh, Lordy.
Using a ladder. Proceedings as well.
I mean, and you have to keep in mind, he just took a brainbuster under the chair.
Yes.
Thunderous elbow strike by Briscoe, who's set the ladder up on the chair, and now it's again.
Brutal chops there.
Oh my goodness. Briscoe with Fletcher against the ladder. Briscoe on the move. Look at that ladder. Disaster for Mark Briscoe and a lifeline for Kyle Fletcher.
Absolutely. You can imagine what Mark Briscoe's back is.
Look at the ladder. It's just crumpled.
The ladder's an example of the back.
Oh my gosh.
The lower back, really the hips. Watch.
And also how the back of Briscoe's knee clipped the top of the chair as well.
And we don't want him in winning this match. We don't want to incapacitate him because I got plans for Mark Briscoe and the Don Callis family.
I mean, you have to think, Don, that to win this match, you will have to incapacitate. You have to think.
Well, not permanently. I mean, he's on the shelf for a couple of months, but I've got plans for Mark Briscoe. I'm going to own him after this.
Own him. That's
Yes.
the word you use. Not manage you.
Professionally speaking, I will own his life.
See,
There's worse things that could happen.
if I were Kyle Fletcher, I wouldn't be looking under the ring for more weapons. I would go attack Mark Briscoe right now.
Well, they're in this man.
I think that's sound strategy, but if you look at what Briscoe has tried to do and has done to Kyle Fletcher, you can understand, Brian Danielson, why Kyle is going to want to exact a little revenge.
I completely understand, but that's not the same thing as winning. Oh my gosh.
And this crayon eater is bleeding profusely from the head right now.
Briscoe lacerated by that ladder, was driving into his face by Kyle Fletcher, and now Fletcher, the body slam onto the ladder.
Oh my God, this is so great.
I thought you said you didn't want to, now down Cal's putting his feet up on the announce desk, but
I'm just going to hang out here. This is wonderful to watch.
what if Mark Briscoe suffers permanent injury in this match, Don? Now, what does that do to your investment, your ownership on Briscoe?
I mean, he doesn't have to be able to walk to be my stooge. I mean, there's that job.
Oh, stop.
Oh, here, 1, 2.
Hey, Don, you got to
Make a good driver, maybe?
Oh, okay, stop with that, please.
I don't think you'd want to drive with Mark Briscoe behind the wheel. I've been in the car with him.
Here it is again. Look at this.
Fletcher trying to flatten the ladder back out.
Now get some of that sharp metal and cut him from ear to ear.
I mean, that ladder, it's broken, and there's some really sharp edges on that. This could be really, really bad.
Yeah, it looks like, if I'm calling this one right, he may try to put that brainbuster on him on the ladder.
Briscoe, though, not out of this fight yet. Right hands to the ribs, the midsection of Kyle Fletcher. uppercut.
Look at that ladder. It's just been ruined, destroyed, obliterated.
And there's the sharp edges you're talking about, Brian. You can see them.
And Mark Briscoe with that ladder in his hand. Game a catch there from Mark Briscoe.
Don, I know you think you hold this match in hand, and then Briscoe.
There he goes.
Don Callis just threw down the headset. We'll never know the answer to that question, Brian, but
You know, earlier, Excalibur, you said that these two have had 5 matches. This, of course, number 6 in what has been a great rivalry. Match number 2 was a and that classic was part of the Continental Classic. And the Continental Classic will start this coming Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. We're live in Nashville, Tennessee, and on TBS. We've got some classic matches. Starting Wednesday.
Continental Classic kicking off this Wednesday night. But tonight, this match all about the TNT Championship. The highest stakes battle yet between these two men.
And Don, you talked about how unfortunate it would be if Mark Briscoe were incapacitated and losing this match. What happens if something happens where Kyle Fletcher gets injured here?
Well, that would be a travesty, not just for me, but for you and every employee of this company.
And why do you say that?
Because Kyle Fletcher is the golden goose. There's never been a talent like him at his age, with his ability, with his measurables.
Mark Briscoe is not only bleeding from the head, but from the elbows as well.
Whoa.
Right on the elbow.
Oh my
Fletcher.
goodness.
He was busted open by that ladder as
Oh, there
well.
you go. That's my boy.
Rolling
That's my
off the
boy. Well played, well played.
Distance between himself and Briscoe still in pursuit, doggedly, but Fletcher
Suckered him in.
Well, he landed awkwardly on that right shoulder.
I mean, the amount of punishment Mark Briscoe has already taken in this match. The brainbuster on the chair, that half and half suplex on the floor.
So now Briscoe on the impact, his neck bending at an extremely awkward angle.
Yeah, when you talk about the damage that Kyle Fletcher can inflict, I brought up what happened to Dustin Rhodes when he won the TNT Championship, but also our AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page, his neck is still hurting from what Kyle Fletcher did to him.
That's right, the brainbuster to the table on the floor.
Look at this. We're finishing it now.
Fletcher setting up 6 chairs front to front as Briscoe just trying to get out of the range of Briscoe going for his own chair once again, launching it into the face of Fletcher.
Kyle spent too much time setting up whatever he was going to do
Absolutely.
and wasn't paying attention to Mark Briscoe.
Briscoe maneuvering Fletcher onto the chairs, and now Briscoe.
God, your man better get out of there. Don't you drop the headset.
What is Mark Briscoe doing?
The distraction and a smug, smirking Don Callis may have just cleared the path for Kyle Fletcher to set the record for the most defenses of the TNT Championship in a single reign. Between Fletcher and Callis, sensing that victory is already close at hand.
Well, your intervention worked.
Usually does.
Yeah. Jeez. You're a terrible human being.
By terrible, you mean highly successful.
Thank you.
Okay, both.
Kyle, can we talk about the intestinal fortitude, the reserve tank of Kyle Fletcher after the punishment he's taken? Brian Danielson, have you ever seen anything like this?
I mean, there are attributes that Kyle Fletcher has that I have never seen in any professional wrestler ever.
Fletcher with Briscoe on the shoulder. He's thinking a long dart into the table, but no. Briscoe slips free. Waits for the standing switch. Fletcher looking for half and half. Doesn't find it. Briscoe. To set the record for the most defenses of the TNT Championship in a single reign. Embrace between Fletcher and Callis, sensing that victory is already close at hand.
Well, your intervention worked.
Usually does.
Yeah. Jeez. You're a terrible human being.
By terrible, you mean highly successful.
Thank you. Okay, both.
Kyle, can we talk about the intestinal fortitude, the reserve tank of Kyle Fletcher after the punishment he's taken? Bryan Danielson, have you ever seen anything like this?
I mean, there are attributes that Kyle Fletcher has that I have never seen in any professional wrestler ever.
Fletcher with Briscoe on the shoulder. He's thinking a long dart into the table, but no. Briscoe slips free. Waits for the standing switch. Fletcher looking for half and half. Doesn't find it. Briscoe. Enziguri.
Desperation Enziguri there.
But even in landing that Enziguri, he landed
Underhook.
Mark Briscoe landed on his neck.
Jay Driller avoided.
Great core strength that time. Great core strength by young Mr. Fletcher to hoist up Mark Briscoe, get him up, and he'll do it again.
Wait a minute. If something happens to Briscoe, I'm not on the hook to feed all those kids back in Delaware, am I? Because this is looking very bad for Mark Briscoe right now. Kyle is dominating physically.
Kyle Fletcher. Look at this. The water wheel dropping now. You see Briscoe, when he came down, I believe Briscoe, the back of his head, Bryan, was the first thing to strike the mat.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. And then the way his head bounced off the mat. As somebody who's had a decent amount of concussions in my career, I get very worried when I see that.
Fletcher with the pail.
I couldn't advise Kyle Fletcher to do this.
No, I would never advise anyone to do anything horrific like that. Of course, I'm happy. I want to see this guy like a stuck pig.
Don, I question this because Mark Briscoe's recent history with thumbtacks, he's come out on top.
Not only that, if you introduce thumbtacks, they can be used against you, Kyle Fletcher.
All those kicks.
Nailing it.
Oh no.
Poor guy's disgusting, toothless mouth.
The mouth full of thumbtacks, and then the thrust kick delivered by Fletcher.
He's finished. It's over.
Fletcher, Mark's looking for another powerbomb this time. On the tacks, this could be curtains for Briscoe, but no, he slides free. Go to the midsection, Briscoe.
Just like I said, Callis.
Mark Briscoe alike.
Fans are chanting one more time to the thumbtacks.
Briscoe, he's got something else in mind.
What is this? This is ridiculous.
Well, you agreed to the stipulation, Doc. No disqualifications. It's all legal.
We're just seeing the lengths to which this maniac will go.
Okay. Well, he's not the one that came up with a pail full of thumbtacks.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a bad strategy as soon as I saw Kyle Fletcher dump those tacks, because we saw the tacks that happened when Mark Briscoe beat MJF.
The very match I was alluding to earlier, Brian. Mark Briscoe, he is very comfortable in these situations.
I mean, Don, you talked about the fortitude of Kyle Fletcher and the punishment he can take. I don't know if there's a single man in all of AEW that can take the punishment that Mark Briscoe can take. The only person I can think of is maybe Darby Allin.
Look at the size of this ladder here.
Oh, our tallest ladder yet introduced into this match. Briscoe, the table now, the table over the tacks. Not sure what he has in mind, but
Kyle's trying to get outside, which is a smart move right now.
It is. Kyle just holding on to that apron.
Briscoe changing course. Goes to the outside with Fletcher. Oh, Fletcher!
Suckered him in.
Launches the enziguri, the thrust kick, and now, oh my goodness.
They're still there. You see him.
Oh, Kyle Fletcher looking for a brain buster.
Fletcher trying to, flipping neck breaker.
I don't know how Mark Briscoe is standing.
This is ridiculous.
It looks like the back of his head hit one of the...
A little bit here. I think it was that slip, that last step off the apron from Mark Briscoe that altered the course of his trajectory, but he still came away with the advantage.
I've known Mark Briscoe for over 23 years. I asked him today not to do anything stupid in this match. I love this man, and he told me he was going to do anything he had to do to win this match. I don't know if this might be just too much.
Right hands from Fletcher, but Briscoe with the high ground. Couple rungs up.
Kyle needs to hook his legs. Hook his legs.
Look at this. It is unbelievable.
Fletcher kicks out. I can't believe he kicked out.
Neither can Mark Briscoe. Look at his face.
I can't believe Mark Briscoe is standing.
Beautiful look at that fraudy ball through the table. And yet somehow Kyle Fletcher's able to kick out on Mark Briscoe. Not done yet.
Why are they allowing barbed wire here?
There's no disqualification, Don. You know why.
Saying that.
Stop asking stupid questions then.
There he goes again.
He was thinking, he just handed Kyle something looked like the monitor. Oh, it's the screwdriver. Oh no. The screwdriver, which has become a hallmark of Don Callis and his disgusting tactics, now put into the hands of Kyle Fletcher. There's a screwdriver.
He's throwing away in the face with it.
That's what he's plans to do, obviously.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Grotesque display. Kyle Fletcher. You referenced Brian. Whoa! Thankfully, Briscoe moved out of the middle. And a low blow returned.
Oh, the brain buster.
Poor Stephon Smith having to count with those cats in the ring.
Gentlemen, you got to give it to both these athletes.
Oh my God.
They have pushed each other, my God, and they're still kicking out.
I mean, I'm horrified by what it's going to take to beat one of these men.
Fletcher shoving. Fletcher slipped into the referee. Shoving the referee into the ropes, upsetting the balance of Mark Briscoe. And now,
Fletcher still has that screwdriver.
screwdriver back in his hand.
I hate to say it, you can shove the ref away.
This is what we talked about. Yes, drop the promos.
You can't make it. You're going to stop this. Every time I'm down. No.
Briscoe right hands to the midsection, the ribs of Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, thank God. Mark Briscoe got out of the way. Oh, but Kyle Fletcher got that.
Got the screwdriver, but
He sure does.
the cutthroat driver. Oh, no! Fletcher stabbing Briscoe in the head with the screwdriver, avoiding the cutthroat, and now with the upper hand. This is it. Fletcher.
Brain buster.
1, 2, 3.
Ron was over here celebrating. Sit back down, big guy.
Yeah, Don, I wouldn't go creating your Mark Briscoe painting just yet. And not only did Mark Briscoe kick out, he's got up.
Briscoe, beleaguered, laying against the ropes, but Fletcher still with the advantage. Mark Briscoe may need a miracle here. As Fletcher looks poised to deliver that turnbuckle brainbuster. Oh, Briscoe once again avoids a loving shot to the spine. Fletcher caught on the turnbuckle.
I mean, how much more can either of these men take?
God, they got blood all over their bodies. Look at this.
What is this?
They're bathed in blood.
Mark Briscoe.
Oh, the razor's edge through the wire table. Sage Willer.